Shema Yasha'Allah, Yahawah, Allahayanawa, Yahawah, Akad, Shema Yasha'Allah, Yahawah, Allahayanawa, Yahawah, Akad, Shema Yasha'Allah, Yahawah, Allahayanawa, Yahawah, Akad. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rekah, Quadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Zakar Kasai coming to you with a quick in the news. I want to start off here. Psalms 38 and 12 in the NLT. And it says, "Meanwhile, my enemies lay traps to kill me. Those who wish me harm make plans to ruin me. All day long, they plan their treachery."
Okay, guys, I had to stop what I was doing to share this with you guys because this is crazy. Right now, the state of Oregon is shutting down small family farms en masse under the guise of water conservation. Oregon lawmakers are rewording their laws to effectively treat small local farms the same as like a large farming operation on a commercial scale. And let me tell you the scariest part, because I've talked about this on my page before. The way they are finding these farms is they are using satellite imagery to pinpoint your farm and send you a cease and desist letter and insisting that you stop all production. Their government has also set up a hotline so that your neighbors can call and rat on you for watering the vegetables and fruit that you're going to go sell at the farmer's market next weekend. Now, I can make a follow-up video going over detail about these laws that they are abusing, as well as the lawsuits that farmers are filing to fight back. But in the meantime, I want you to watch this video. Go to Yanasa TV on the YTube, his episode from 7 days ago. I'll put it down in the description below. He did a fantastic job of doing a deep dive into this issue. This might be Oregon right now, but I promise you, if they get away with this, other states will adopt these same laws. Stay informed, friends. Know who you're voting into office and know whose best interest they have at heart.
I thought DOD stood for something else, but you're saying it's definitely Department of Defense providing the school lunches.
Yeah.
Who mandates this?
The state and the federal government.
What?
We purchase food items.
Mandates who you buy food from?
Yeah. It has the funding.
And we don't know the
They
funding
tell us
for
where to
it.
buy the food.
Yeah, and then they negotiate the contracts with the providers.
Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that.
Oh yeah, it's like
So all the stuff that we
deeply.
buy, he's implementing the guys some money that we have to do for those products and stuff.
So they'll give us hundreds of thousands of dollars, but we can only spend it in their channels.
So when you say their channels, can I ask, are there's specific companies that you're allowed to buy through, and are those?
We purchase through DOD. They have their own ordering guide, and we purchase through them. But they work out the contracts throughout the country.
Yeah.
They work out those contracts, and it varies each year who gets those contracts, but we have no control over that.
So if we come across a consistent issue, we can refuse the order. It goes back to them. We get the credit. We can spend it again with them in hopes that the quality is better when it comes back.
Right.
That's what happened with bananas. When you asked about bananas, they were consistently coming in completely green to the point where they would not ripen at all, even after we had kept the case in our warehouse for 2 weeks and it did not ripen. It was starchy and hard, and so we sent all the cases back and then no longer took bananas off the menu entirely because
There's no
they
nutrition
could
in that.
not guarantee quality. Yeah.
And you have no choice but to order them through there, so it's bananas or no bananas.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's the thing, friends. It's like just today, they have to put it on their plate, and they're told, so you just want to eat the tater tots, but you're not going to eat this burger that you hate, and you're like, please just give me the tater tots. They're like, you have to put it on your plate, otherwise we won't get reimbursed. But no one's tracking the garbage can to see what's actually going in there.
And that's true for every public school district. Their nutrition services do bring money in. They're one of the only revenue generating departments for the district.
It seems to me like the people who are on the floor, who are trying to do the right thing for the kids, are in it every day. They're seeing the food, they're preparing the food, and they really want the best thing for all of our kids, which is the same as what we want.
Yeah.
Then if the bananas are no good and you guys send those back, then there's no bananas for the kids. And that sucks for you guys and it sucks for us and it sucks for the kids. And in the same respect, if the Department of Defense is supplying the food and they're the ones who are negotiating these contracts with these mega corporations like, General Mills and Nestle, all of these, then they are incentivized to get the lowest quality at the highest, price. So then the more processed, the better for them. So again, it seems like the only options you guys have are the things that are.
So you see that, right? Now, why in the hell does the DOD, Department of Defense, have to do with our children's food in the school? You could tell these crackers are trying to destroy us, man, okay? Point blank period. You white people are fucking up everything. Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. Okay? That's unrighteous. This whole time we've been going to school, eating some made-up ass fucking food, man. And then they're forced to put it on the kids' plate. They say they gotta put it on their plate or they won't get reimbursed. It's all about that money, ain't it? It's all about killing everybody for some fucking money that's soon about to be crashed. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people. Yeah, they got all types of programs at them schools. Most kids are on those programs. Most kids ain't taking food to school, especially these days, man. Their parents can't afford that shit. So poison it is, right? You fucking devil. That widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. I got another one.
Today I wanted to talk about what's going on in Idaho, because some of you have probably heard about this, but the state of Idaho has put a water curtailment order, which is basically a water shutoff order on literally 500,000 acres of farmland. That's a lot of potatoes. A lot of these farmers, this impacts about 6,400 water users, but a lot of these farmers that are farming this land have already invested thousands of dollars per acre to grow potatoes.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Trevor Belknap. I operate a family farm, a fifth-generation family farm in the Snake River Valley of eastern Idaho. I just wanted to visit with you for a minute about the impacts of the water curtailment order that's been issued by Director Weaver from the Idaho Department of Water Resources. The situation in which we find ourselves is about as bad as it gets. Not only will we be out of business, many other businesses will be highly impacted, and you, as my friends and neighbors, will also be impacted because we're so interconnected. If the ag economy in eastern Idaho fails, which it surely will if this curtailment order is in place, it can remain in place, will dry up and blow away, just like it did back in the Dust Bowl of the 30s. Banks will fail, equipment dealers, car dealers, gas stations, grocery stores all rely on the ag economy that's here in eastern Idaho. The children in our schools, how many of them belong to families who work in some form of ag industry in eastern Idaho? It's horrible, and we need to fix it. And I would propose to you that it is not a water problem, it's a management problem, because we have water. Reservoirs are full.
You see? So the government is shutting off water in certain areas, man. Now, why would you do that? Oh, you don't want the crops to grow. Oh, you want for everybody to eat the bugs. This is an agenda here, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an agenda that these wicked elites are pushing on America, man. Okay? They don't want you to grow crops. They want Bill Gates to have all the farmland so he can give you some fake-ass vaccinated food. And that's just what it is. Everything is playing upon tables, man.
The mountains are covered in snow. The river's been flowing well. So why now? Why after we've planted our crops, we have crops in the ground, they're already growing. Now, in the middle of June, they pull a curtailment order to say, you must cease pumping water. The cost is huge. An acre of potatoes costs upward of $4,000 an acre to grow. How will that ever be recovered? They will not grow without water. And what will that do to everyone else that's reliant upon us in this area and the state of Idaho? What will the
Psalm 64 and 5 through 6. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them is deep in the heart. Both the inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep. All right. Let me grab one more. Psalms. Let's just do 10. Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire. And what's his heart's desire? To maintain humanity up under 500 million. Okay? To ultimately put people into concentration camps through cutting off all the food, through forcing eating the bugs on you. They want to put that Revelations 13 and 16 in you, man. There's a squeeze on the people, man. They burning down food processing plants, telling people they can't farm anymore, destroying the water, destroying the air. For the wicked boosteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous. So the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through his pride and his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at him. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. And that's through all these programs, okay? Through these policies, okay? Isaiah 10 and 1 on down. Wicked, unrighteous decrees. He catching you. He catching the poor, man. Got these kids. If I'd have known that, the DOD. That's why my daughter don't like eating at school, man. She's always saying, I don't like that. So we'll give her lunch most days. But it's tough, man. This is this cracker, this damn devil that the Bible's speaking of. This is the devil, man. This is the devil.
The people that are in power, that are running this country, into the dirt, stealing your freedom, molesting your kids, killing your kids, injecting bioweapons into you, taking away your freedoms and your individual liberty and your bodily autonomy, and bombing people all over the world in the name of enriching and empowering those in the DC Beltway and the elitists at these Lockheed Martin Raytheon missile testing sites. They all are Jews. I'm not going to apologize for saying that. No. The people that are in power, that are running this country, into the dirt, stealing your freedom, molesting your kids, killing your kids, injecting bioweapons into you, taking away your freedoms and your individual liberty and your bodily autonomy, and bombing people all over the world in the name of enriching and empowering those in the DC Beltway and the elitists at these Lockheed Martin Raytheon missile testing sites. They all are Jews. I'm not going to apologize for saying that. No. The people that are in power